Okay, hello and welcome to a video where I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the best weapons and armor and kind of the best loadouts in RLCraft Dregora as of right now. So we're going to start off with the bow, which the best bow as of right now is just the default Dragon Bone Strength and Longbow. Yes, you could in theory upgrade it to being a lightning, an ice, or a fire dragon bone, but that doesn't actually do anything. So, instead, just use the normal one unless you have a bunch of extra blood and you want it to look cool, which I kind of do most of the time. But what you're going to first do, you need advanced power, you need rune arrow piercing 4, adept 3, advanced mending, supreme flame, rapid fire 2, multi-shot 4, strafe 4, arrow recovery 3, and then unbreaking 3 in range. That's all the enchantments you really need for the bow. The nunchucks are going to be a whole different story. All you have to do is you're going to need to first combine arrow piercing and adept 3. What you can do in order to reset the level of the enchantments so that you can get the cheapest possible is you're going to want to combine the enchantments if you have lower levels in an anvil to get up to the max level, and then you're going to put it in your disenchantment table with a book, and then it will reset the level so that you can re-anvil. Getting this book costs 6 levels, this book costs 4 levels, this book costs another 4 levels. What we're also going to do is we need to combine the advanced mending and the rapid fire 2 and multi-shot, and that should cost 10 levels. Perfect. Just so that this is the most optimal way to actually enchant all of this stuff onto your weapon for the lowest amount of XP possible. Then you need strafe 4 and arrow recovery 3, and that is going to also combine with the range and unbreaking 3 book, which is going to go just like that, nice and easy. Then what we're going to do is start putting it onto the bow. So you take your bow, you start with advanced power 5, then you put on the rune arrow piercing and adept, which should cost 24. The next one should cost 22, and the last one is going to also cost 22. That way it costs the least amount possible, each one using only 1 tome, and in total you'll end up using, I believe, 6 tomes total for the entire bow, which is quite amazing. And that is the bow. Then for the nunchucks, that is a completely different thing. So you can use the Sentient Great Cleaver. It does a little bit more per hit damage, but it's about the same DPS. The only options other than that you really have are you can use subject English if subject PE. If you're using wine, you want subject English. I think it's still in. I don't fully know. But again, there's also 2 different options for that, where you can use nunchucks. If you're using nunchucks, you gotta make sure that you have combo as an enchantment, which is one specifically for nunchucks that makes it do even more damage. It doesn't exceed the bonus damage cap, but it's fine. And overall, you also have to pick between whether you're going to go for Fiery Edge and Immortalitas, which will do this does damage through adaptation for late game parasite stuff. And so you can get past adaptation with that, which is nice. But what we're going to show is the Ash Destroyer Supreme Fire Aspect build. So give me 1 moment to get all those books ready. Now for those nunchucks. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the Ice Dragonbone nunchucks because the hits will freeze, which is incredibly huge. You'll put Supreme Sharpness on, which will cost 20. Then, Rune Piercing capabilities in Clear Sky's favor. There's no Clear Sky's favor 6 anymore. From everything that I could tell, I think they nerfed that, so that's there. Then, you combine Ash Destroyer and Adept, and then Vampirism and Lifesteal, and you combine them. That's going to also cost 30. Then, Supreme Fire Aspect, Purging Blade, Curse of Possession, and Unbreaking 3 you're going to combine on there. Then you upgraded Potentials for 10. Then the Swifter Slashes is going to cost 20. And then Advanced Looting, Subject PE 5. That's going to pop on there. And then Arc Slash Combo 3, Atomic Deconstructor 2, and Parry are all going to go on there. And that's going to cost another 30. And then the last one is the Viper 3, or Viper Envenomed 3 and Advanced Mending, which will then all combine on there to give you an insane nunchuck. It is the best nunchuck And currently this this stack of enchantments does the most damage in the game, which is quite amazing. Unfortunately, again, with the specific thing of what's it called again? It's the subject PE. It will give you random effects and can sometimes be bad if you're using a wine build, which is why I will be showing a non-wine build for the armor, which is actually going to be quite interesting because that's right here. So, for a non-wine build for the armor, we're going to get ourselves the full silver set. You can pick between silver and golem. If you go golem, you have to go wine because late game, just the parasites will go completely through you. And depending on what race you choose, which is something else that we have over here, which is these trinkets, depending on what race you choose, be it the Phalus or be it a dragon, then you'll have to worry about those specific effects. So, the specific non-wine build that we're going to be going is a dragon build, which means that we'd have to essentially use this to become a dragon, and then you would go Wrath Pendant, Ice Dragon Eye, 2 Rings of Resistance, then a Shield of Honor, which we have right here, Poison Stone, and the Broken Heart. And you'd have 2 Potion Rings of Resistance, and everything else would be all of these guys. And that will give you the highest likelihood of just being able to survive, which is nice, because then you go kind of crazy. And you can fly using the dragon stuff and everything else, which is really cool. But the armor and the enchantments that will go on there is going to be, for the helmet, you are going to have the good old-fashioned Advanced Prot, Unbreaking, Mending, Respiration, Aqua Affinity. Advanced Protection, Unbreaking, Mending, Strength and Vitality 5, and Inner Berserk 4 for the chestplate. Then the leggings are going to just get essentially the same thing with agility, and then the leggings are going to have a lot more actually, which is going to be advanced feather falling, lightweight, double jump, underwater strider, high jump, and also each one should have unbreaking on them. And since this build is going to use the Ice Dragon's Eye, then we will go heating or chilling, because that'll cool us down. We don't want heating. We want cooling so that we can have cold immunity and just go crazy cold from the Ice Dragon Eye. And also, Unbreaking 3, we want Unbreaking 4, so you gotta get a bunch of Ancient Tomes, which you get from the libraries and strongholds, and also in rare chests as well. And the reason why we go Mending, rather than Advanced Mending, is because Mending fixes the most damaged equipment first, and Advanced Mending is completely random. So if you're not getting enough XP, then Advanced Mending, you have a higher likelihood of some piece breaking, and if Silver Armor will break quick, because it has very low durability, we gotta be very careful, which is why we get Unbreaking 4, and only Mending so that it prioritizes those pieces first. And then, we can also, since we're using a nunchuck, we can use a shield in our offhand, and I'm pretty sure the best shield is still the Ankh shield, but it could be a different one. So, if let's look at the Diamond Tower shield, is 25 that, shield power 16, shield power 20, so potentially a different shield could be better. I don't know exactly how the shield stats work or what enchantments you should go for, but that's pretty much that for the build. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this where I go through a bunch of other stuff, or if you want to see me just play, I am playing RLCraft Dregora on stream and it's not going well. I'll flash the death counter on. We're only at 43 deaths so far, but this is I've done 3 days, which has been dope. But anyway, GG's, peace. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Let's look at the Diamond Tower shield. It is 25 that, shield power 16, shield power 20. So